That's Damon.
Oh, we're doing the whole introduction all over again?
Yeah, because it's a new video, fool.
Oh, this is like a new episode.
This is a new one. This is episode 2.
Oh! Hi, I'm Damon. This is your local neighborhood African American.
And I'm Kevin. I'm a cracker.
You know, I like the idea of us just being implicitly biased as much as we possibly can online and just putting it out there and having, what was the word I looked up? Inhibitions? Having no inhibition?
Yeah, inhibition.
No, it was unabated. Unabated.
Inhibited.
No, it's unabated.
Unabated?
I was right. You were wrong. Google's proved me right.
Okay, check 1 for the black guy.
Can't wait to get that whiteboard.
That's right. It's white.
But it's bored.
Yeah.
Bored. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, so, scenario. Have you ever ran into this?
Yes, sir.
My friend Neil was parked in a parking lot. A couple of white hairs pulled up. White people pulled up. Saw that he was black. Or saw him. Drove away. Parked somewhere else. Right across the parking lot from him. You ever had anything like this?
Oh, yeah. All the time. And when you white hairs, you mean older white folks.
Older white people.
Trump supporters.
Probably.
Yeah. Those are the best people in the world. We love you. Go Donald J. Trump. Anyways, I know, but seriously, I've had a lot of that in my life. Recently, something happened to me. I believe it was either yesterday or today with a. Like this, that they just don't want to be around you, or they feel intimidated by you, they feel afraid of you. That kind of stuff happens all the time. Today, something happened, and I can't seem to remember what it was, but I know I was very offended by it when it did happen. I know I was, but I can't remember what it was right now. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of it later on in the conversation. But have you ever had something like that happen to you?
No.
You've never had a situation where somebody saw you, felt intimidated just by your presence, aside from like babies and stuff?
No, not that I've noticed.
Really?
Not really.
Huh. Like not even just because you're a big, burly, bushy...
I'm a big teddy bear. I don't think anybody... It's hard to say, honestly, because looking outside the box, I don't. I'm very introverted-ish, so this whole thing's weird.
Right.
But so it's probably happened, but it's not drawn to me like it would be drawn to you because of obvious reasons.
Well, see, I think that's part of the discussion is that also somebody like me, we're hypersensitive to things like that happen. Even though it's still until this point, I haven't actually regurgitated one of the instances that it happened to me, but it has happened more often than I could even tell you. But maybe I notice it, or maybe I have so many instances because I'm hypersensitive to that. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
That it like you would never notice it because you would never even think to look for it. Whereas I'm always looking for like, oh, I bet they don't like me, or I think that they have an issue with me because I'm black, or they wouldn't grab their purse. That's what it was. That's exactly what I was going into the Up store today because I was going to go mail something off that I sold on the eBays, and I went to go into the door, and the lady, it was an older lady, and I was holding the door for her, and she looked up and realized it was a black guy, and she clutched everything she had in her hands when she went in, and I was like, I can't believe this old biddy. I'm holding the door for you. What am I gonna rob you in the middle of the daylight? Like, it just doesn't make, and that bothered me. It really bothered me. I couldn't think of it earlier, but that really bothered me that she, but then I just kind of, snuffed it off because that happens all the time. It may happen to you, but you just don't notice it.
Like you said, I may not be hypersensitive to it.
Right.
Or sensitive at all to it, maybe just numb to it.
Right. Which, I mean, that raises a question if you ask me, like, is that a better stance to have, yours, a better position on the whole subject to have?
It certainly is easier. I don't with that, I don't carry their judgment on me at all. So their micro aggression has no bearing on my life. Do you think those kind of collect with you, stack up, and make you have your own microaggressions towards others that may not have any, just because of so many instances where that's happened?
I would say so. I think it would be foolish for any, African American or any person of color or any person who's felt like, white or indifferent, who's felt like, they were being, discriminated against or treated differently for whatever their, belief is or the way they look or whatever the case may be. I think over time, all of that plays a part in your psyche, and you find yourself being a lot more critical of people, a lot more judgmental, which is kind of sad that you become
you don't
the
want to be
judger.
judged, but you end up being,
right. You automatically assume this person has an issue with you. You automatically assume this person has is going to hold a grudge against you, and then in the end, you're guilty of what you're angry about, so I absolutely think that over time it builds up, and before you know it, you start to see the boogeyman just because it's dark. You know what I mean? Like, just because there's a dark corner, there must be a boogeyman there. So
what do you think it would take for just me being act as I'm an innocent, brand new to you, I come up to you and say hi. What would it take for me to genuinely show that I don't mean any harm? Be quiet.
Oh my God, there's a ghost. The boogeyman is real. No, I'm okay. So ask the question again.
What would it take to get a genuine person to take the edge off of an interaction?
Well,
like in the store, if I was to just see you and throw up a hey hello, are you going to think that that's a suspicious hey hello, or is there any triggers that show you that it's a genuine hello?
I think to be honest, you have to take each situation, for the situation that you're in. But I can't speak for all people who have been in that type of situation. But for me, it's all about the way I'm being approached. If you look at me bright-eyed and kind of like, even if you don't have a smile, like you don't want a creepy smile on your face, but if you're bright-eyed and you're like, hey, how you doing? Generally, all the people that I know who have had things like this happen to them, and I'll go ahead and speak for, because I'm being real general, I'll go ahead and speak for the black people that I know. Black people and the black people that I know, we're generally really forgiving, because we realize everybody is not guilty of whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we're sensitive to that fact, because we don't want to be perceived as we're all the same as black people. There's black people who do bad things, and the way the media or the society portrays black people is usually in a negative connotation. So we're very sensitive to the fact that, like, we don't want to be prejudged just because we walk up. So we try not to. But then, obviously, there are black people who automatically, when they see, like you said, the white hairs, they automatically think, oh, this person's going to be, I have to admit, I have an implicit bias. For some reason, older Mexican ladies just do not like me. And they're worse than probably everybody else. They are just mean. Like, you smile at them and they just look away, and they're to me. Now, to other people, they're like, oh, my Nana, she's the sweetest woman on earth. I'm like, hi, Nana. She's like, you're fat. I'm like, wait a minute. How'd you get there? I'm trying to say hi, Nana.
So she's not racist. She's a fat cyst.
Fat cyst, or...
That's a word we came up together for people against fat people. Y'all fat cyst. I know it.
How do we, can we trademark that? Fat cyst?
Trademark TM. Okay?
Boop.
Done.
Money in the bank. Anyways. No, yeah, the older Mexican women seem to just be. I can't say meaner because that's prejudging. You see what I'm saying? It's making that generalization.
Yeah.
And they're not all that way. Some of them are like, oh, little, gordito, come here, give me a hug. Oh, you're so fat, you want a taco? And I'm like, Jesus, do I look like I need a taco?
Yes, everybody needs a taco.
Well, it's not Tuesday. As well. You ever see that thing?
You can't put tacos in a box.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but you can eat them any day out of that box.
I know what you were trying to say, but they literally sell tacos in a box.
Yeah.
And they're quite delicious.
Go get one today.
Taco Thursday.
Sure.
Taco Thursday. I think any day that begins, any day that has a Y.
It's a good day for tacos.
It's a good day for tacos.
Even though burritos are better than tacos. You can take that to the bank.
Well, let's not get off subject because the tacos and burritos.
That's my implicit bias. Burritos are better than tacos.
That's a discussion for another day because we can go for about an hour on that.
Absolutely, and we will.
In fact, I have a sign in my house, right back there, that is taking a riff on the scripture, and it says, "As for me and my house, we will serve tacos."
Salsa 24/7.
You're the big man.